Hi guys, another day. Let's continue with the rudder and the keel. So let's rip this off. Yeah, that's nice. I like it. That's why this thing is here. So let's rip the other one. It's no need to sand in after that. It's just ready to get another layer, paint or epoxy, whatever. I might put another layer of 1708. Yeah, I like it. I need to sand this surface down. It's too smooth to make it teeth for the next layer. And let's check the shaft if it still fits in the surface, in the space, sorry. It is touching just a little bit, but I can sand this down after that. That's fine, totally. I filled this low spot with epoxy mixed with copper seal, and also I added just some fluff from CSM, just put inside. I have leftover from the other cuts, and I put a peel ply on top, and also underneath I put one layer of 1708, just waiting until this gets cured. This is a rudder shoe, but I don't know. Looks like this is not the best shape it's supposed to be, so probably I have to build another one and throw this away. That's halfway metal is just dissolved, and there's not much material left over to hold this whole stuff. So there we have a plan. Well, now I can see this path for the water. There is a link in between the hulls and in the keel. There is a kind of a structure. I don't know what it's made for, probably fiberglass, and there's a really big gap in there, which shouldn't be there. But yeah, at least I have a plan, so I will just fill with the resin, thickened resin, and it's supposed to be okay. Yeah, I can see the gap from both sides actually, and I don't know what happened. Maybe once they lift the boat out, maybe just did it improperly or something happened. I don't know. Anyway, we have a plan. I assumed if I fill the keel with the water, then the water will start dripping just next from this skin, not from the holes. But these are just my guessing only. So maybe I can do some experiment, fill with the water and see what is going on here. Oh no. Oh, okay. Plan B. The holes are not through the skin, it goes through the holes. So yeah, I see something like some kind of like dripping on the skin, but not really. Yeah, looks like the water goes entirely from the holes. Well, this looks like even easier. So I can plug one hole with something like, I don't know, just with the wood, and filled with the epoxy from the other side, and this will be filled up with this mass, and then I can drill the hole through again through the epoxy, and then this hole will be sealed. But this is all theory only. By the way, the water stopped discharging when they reach a lower level of that link in between, so we are not so bad. The resin has cured, so let's remove this peel ply. Yeah, that's nice, just falling off. Yeah, it's really rough. Yeah, I just need to sand it down, maybe make it flat. The other side I just sand it down too, and looks like the shaft has a free movement up and down without touching anything around. Yeah, I like it. Let's check again alignment. So what I see: top, bottom, middle. Well, I see that the stern tube resting on its own, and it's just exact spot I needed. Yeah, I like it. Anyway, there are a few low spots in the edges of that tube, so I will fill this up. I will fill this area with the thickened epoxy a little bit and put another layer of the fiberglass. I cut a few fiberglass cloth, so yeah, that's gonna be layer top. number 1, and there are little chunks, let's call it 1. So this is second layer, and this is a third layer. Yeah, one side is thicker actually. And number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, and the last one is number 8. Yeah, just a few. I cut the pieces for the stern side too. Well, yeah, so let's put it on. What to say? I don't know, it's too hot. Just 5 pumps of West System epoxy and I just start curing on my own. Very hot, so probably I should split that layers. Well, the second part I moved faster, and I put one layer, mixed another batch. Well, the fiberglass is in place, so it was tough. 3 batches, and I got it to install it. So waiting until it get cured. What do we have over here? Is it cured? Let's take peel ply off. Yeah, what water is doing here? It shouldn't be. Interesting. It's dripped from top somewhere. Well, yeah, looks okay. But where is the water came from though? This part is cured also, and this nice tactile surface. Yeah. Well, what do we have over here? Yeah, both sides is okay. Stern is, yeah, it's still moving up, and probably need to sand it down. Oh, there is a gap over there. Yeah, probably need to remove some extra material over here. Yeah, this should be fine. I sanded down that little corner over here. Yeah, it looks okay. And now what I have some slack on the port side, the bow direction, and but the shaft is yeah, it looks self-centered actually, so maybe that's a good position for the starboard side. But from a port side, I need something like lift it up a little bit, maybe one or more, 2 layers of fiberglass cloth. And also from stern side, I just need to fill up the gap left over, so probably need to put 2 layers here and there. Yeah, I cut the pieces of 1708, so this is the plan. I will put these pieces over there, and it's time to mix epoxy. Yeah, it's all in place and all good to go. Just need to wait until it gets cured, until tomorrow. So yeah, another day, and yeah, I can see the water. Where is it getting from? Yeah, it's good water. It's just rain water. We have rain right now, so I can clearly see where it's going from. So let's take this off, removing all peel ply, and just last 2 pieces left over. Yeah, it takes some effort to to remove it off. It's still a fiberglass stick to this stuff, so it's not really easy. But anyway, it feels nice and much flatter right now. So we'll need to check this out and maybe remove extra material or put another layer of something all around. So let's measure it. Let's do a dry fit of that stern tube and see if we need to need more work than now. So I'll put that tube to the holes, line to the holes, and yeah, looks like I don't really have too much slack all around, maybe half of the millimeters, and well, maybe half of millimeter actually. So yeah, looks pretty much fine. I'm going to seal those little holes with the mix of epoxy with the Kaba seal anyway. So half of the millimeters is nothing, just fine. So probably fill it up, and I just wanna run past this shaft to do last measurement, and we'll see how does it go. And also I wanna put some piece of fiberglass underneath because there is a Kaba seal. So I just wanna make sure this is stabilized and from underneath. Well, this is a plan. It looks like it's quite too much material right now, so I gotta sand it down probably. Well, sand it down, and this looks like way better. A lot of kind of space around, should be fine. What do we have from this side? Yeah, it's touching top edge of the stuffing tube. So yeah, it's just about the center, which is fine. It doesn't touch the hull. I will sand down the surface from underneath to put back up a sheet of fiberglass cloth right away. I removed that material from underneath, and looks like there is a fairing like from 1 millimeter to 5 millimeters. I don't know what was that. Anyway, I'm gonna put the bolts and nuts and cover this whole thing with the 1708 to make it 100% waterproof and bulletproof. The stencil for the rudder tube is ready. It's some sort of flag, but it's fine. So I will make another template for the rest like that. So I use that film, very useful. And I will cut fiberglass cloth as per cutted thing. So I just need to find the spots where those bolts are. I'm going to build up several layers of the fiberglass all around until I get to the height of that lip of the tube, and then cover the whole thing together with that plate and bury these bolts and nuts inside. So this is a kind of like sketch of that new fiberglass cloth, and yeah, it looks kind of really solid. First layer is transferred to the fiberglass. Let's flush some water. I built some sort of washing machine in the bilge. Well, I just add water and mixed with the bilge cleaner, and put that bilge pump and disconnect the outside hose. So it's just moving water around inside and kind of wash inside surface of the bilge. I think it's gonna work. Well, we'll see how clean it's gonna be. There is no single dripping with the plugs right now, and from starboard side too. Well, interesting. Is it over or not? Who knows? Well, I have such a beautiful tool. I believe it's hammer or mallet. Well, anyway, I surrounded this area on the keel, which is kind of sounds slightly different than the rest area. There is a huge void inside, which shouldn't be there. And this is the port side. I drilled a couple of test holes in the starboard side. There's no water, so it should be okay. And also I drilled a couple of holes on the port side. It's dry, so I don't see any problem with that. Well, I decided to fix one blister for real. Just grinding down until I see some kind of solid fiberglass, and the edges are dry. So I will put several layers of a fiberglass cloth on that. First dry fit with the bolts. I will bring the shaft to check it out. The shaft is right in the middle. Yeah, I like it. Looks kind of good position right now, so I will cut the bolts right now to the length and then label everyone to put it back again the same way I remove it right now. All holes are labeled right now, and those bolts are cut to size, each of those, and labeled as well. It's rock and roll time. Surfaces are cleaned, everything is ready, keys, nuts, bolts, everything. Let's do it. Here you go. Well, all bolts and nuts are in place, resin with the cover seal underneath, so I will put a layer underneath right now as well. All done from the bottom side, waiting. The top side is wrapped with the fiberglass cloth right now, so waiting until it gets cured. Made some lip from painter's tape to prevent water dripping to the hull, and it will go directly to the floor right now. Next layer of fiberglass cloth is ready to cut to put on next layer. I drained the soapy water from a bilge and washed it several layers, several times with fresh water, and now the fan is upside down and drying the bilge. So I hope they will dry it by overnight or so. We'll see. Well, not the good news, but not the worst. If you like this video, please hit thumbs up, subscribe, and leave comment down below what you think about it. Thank you. Bye.